Hi there, I'm meteorologist Robert Spetta. We have two areas we're watching in the tropical Western Pacific today. One towards the east of the Philippines could develop and eventually move by late week over Visayas or parts of Luzon, and another low just towards the west of Luzon that very well could develop into a large monsoonal gyre type of a system before moving on shore into Vietnam and southern China. Both big rainmakers, both definitely noteworthy to talk about here. So let's break down what we're looking at least at this time. Now, here's good and bad news. Good news, there's a lot of convection, and that is in the sense that the energy is gonna struggle to consolidate. Why I'm pretty confident this is going to be more of a monsoonal gyre, because you need that circulation to tighten up, and if you don't have that, what we typically see is a lot of convection spread out over a wide area, which bad news means a lot of rainfall. Too much to even cause that potential for flooding. Plus, we have this area here, which still very low, doesn't have a lot of Coriolis with it, but definitely worth watching because it could tighten up just before coming on shore and bring plenty of rainfall across parts of Visayas as well. So here we go, watching our trough just kind of scooting along here by Wednesday over towards Thursday. Meanwhile, a separate location, you watch that convection out here in the West Philippine Sea trying to wrap up as well. So you get kind of this 1-2 punch here by the end of the week. There you go, by Saturday and the Sunday, got this broad kind of monsoonal gyre circulation. You got this trough right in here just chugging along, and it's just, you know, both of these areas we're going to continue to watch. And it's not just this showing the ECMWF, but we go over to the GFS, that's the global forecasting system, this particular model, showing you via the windy app that tight circulation out here in the West Philippine Sea, while we have that secondary one moving on shore into southern Visayas over towards northeastern Mindanao. Much weaker, albeit, it's there, it's present. The ECMWF also showing these broad circulations too. So you look at that. Then we take a look at the GFS, that's the global forecasting system, kind of showing you that right there. And then the ensemble members with the ECMWF, both indicating at least some sort of circulation. Now, remember, this is the spaghetti plots. Each one of these models, the ECMWF, GFS, usually puts out about 50 runs, and they average it together. These are the separate runs showing low pressure centers over the course of the model outlook. The point is, it's showing something there, but it's kind of spread all over the place. So the confidence is definitely up that something will develop, but it's not high enough to say it's going to develop and run over your specific house. Does that make sense? At least at this point, yeah, I would say we're probably going to see a tropical system. We're going to see increasing rainfall, not only for the Philippines, but yeah, Palau, even over towards Vietnam into Hainan, just because of these 1-2 punch from these two separate systems, where some areas could see well over 50 to 100 millimeters of total precip. And then on top of that, you're still talking about the rainy season front towards the north. So tropical wave to bring rain here through mid-July. And, also, I'll talk more about this, the ISS making another pass over Manila, and I'll mention that here in just a bit. But hey, before the arrival of any storm system, I know it's been relatively quiet so far this season, thankfully. Know your information from official sources. I'm not an official source, but I try to interpret latest weather information. I've been doing this for almost 20 years now. Studied with people from Bagasa and JMA. So, I'm not just some guy on the internet. Let's just say that. But make sure you get that official source as you prepare well ahead of time and you listen to those warnings. All right, here's a look at that forecast, though, as we go ahead through our Wednesday. Got those scattered showers across a good portion of the country with that monsoonal flow still impacting the west coast. Baguio only getting up to 24 for the high, though, here. Pretty relatively cool compared to other locations. Manila sunrise is at 5:30 a.m. Sunset's at 6:30 p.m. And moon phase is a new moon, meaning if you want to do some stargazing, tonight's a good night to do it if you got those clear skies. Also, if you want to check out the ISS, as I mentioned, it's going to be passing over Manila here on July 10th. At 7:34 p.m., that's 1934 military time. Look from the west to the north. Hopefully, you'll be able to spot it. Always hoping for you guys to check some of this cool stuff out. But yeah, for today, though, the big topic continues to be that flow coming in from the southwest. And we're going to keep a very close eye on this. If I had to guess, I would say a low to a moderate chance of tropical development coming in out of that. Also, if you're curious about this cool graphic that we use, that's from Metro Weather's Weatherscape. The weather models I use there in the mid part of the update, that is weathermodels.com. All of that does cost money. So does the whole computer system to run this, and that is all made possible by our Patreon members. Plus, I've been trying to post some stuff on Patreon that is for Patreon members only if you want to stop by and check that out. Or you can become a YouTube member as well. You get some cool little stickers, things like that. It just truly helps out a lot, guys. I can't stress it enough how much your support does go a long way. Plus, check out westernpacificweather.com. I've been posting more stuff on there, trying to make it more frequent. Plus, we got some links on there, things like that, just so it's a little bit more useful for your day-to-day, just checking in on what's going on in your area. I'm meteorologist Robert Spetta. As always, thanks for watching. The number one thing, of course, is stay safe out there, friends. I hope you have a great day wherever you are.